Hi! Welcome to Far Cry 4. We're doing a final Penance, which is the last Longinus mission that'll unlock his custom RPG, the HK something or other. He is right here in the Sherpa camp, as it usually is, hanging out in a tent. And it kind of annoyed me because of the chest in here that you might be able to see on the minimap and you couldn't access it. But we'll get it at the end of the mission. Here's Longinus to explain what's going on.
And the Lord said, "Who shall I send?" And I said, "I am here. Send me." I come from a land of death and misery, and I stood with the devil for so long. This one wanted travel documents to take his family someplace safe. And this one wanted malaria medicine for his sick child, and he tried to kill me for it. I cannot blame him. No! There is still work to do. We are not finished. You know what you must do, and I know what I must do. Ephesians 5:18. Do not get drunk with wine, for this is debauchery, but be filled with the Spirit.
So, drunk Longinus, not a pretty sight. He wants us to go and do our smuggler thing again, and on the way there was some driving where I hit some deer, and I drove into a wall. Then I had to climb up to a vantage point here, then I got confused as to what I was supposed to do and failed by killing everyone when they were having the drop off. So here it is from the vantage point. I thought that montage would be a nicer way to show it. Anyway, they're coming down below, and that's why I got confused, because this is the first time I've seen them get out of the car when they're actually doing the handover. Normally they just come cruising on by. So this truck comes up with 4 people in it and leaves 2 behind. It's not exactly clear to me why, but it's quite funny. I tag them so that we have markers in the car all the way. And then there's a car there for you to pick up. If that car's not there, then you're going to have the quad, and it's actually that post down there just at the bottom right of the site that I'm looking through now that I drove into and climbed up, didn't have a car, and anyway, we're in good shape now. So, tail the smuggler, as always. He's too far away there at 185 meters, but a bit of full-on gas catches him up. Figured I'd speed this up. There's a couple of checkpoints on the way with people there. Once again, I've failed to take a meaningful sidearm, so I'm stuck with the autocross, which means I'm not going to be doing much good for these guys. There's a checkpoint there, and then this left turn, there's a couple of guys on that, but they kind of avoid you and they're not going to chase you. And then pretty much up here, the smuggler turns off, and the checkpoint objective flips to kill the smuggler. There we are. So, as usual, vantage point, wait, jump in a vehicle, follow. If you're taking a grenade launcher, then optionally blow stuff up from your tail. No scope. And then here, when you get here, there's going to be a bunch of people who jump out. And I thought for a minute that at the front of that shed was a big explosive tank of gas, but sadly no such luck. It was just some rolled up matting. You can see there. There's a heavy there, and I think after a bit of panic fire, eventually take down. Or not. I decide actually maybe taking cover might be a smarter move, given that. Yeah, barrel, always worth doing. And I thought the heavy was the one damaging me and didn't realise there was a guy in a gun. So always worth looking around properly first, unlike me. Anyway, eventually after putting a bunch in the heavy's chest, get a headshot award for him, don't quite know how. And as always, I've come with far too many syringes, although you can see they're running down there. And then there's just one guy here running kind of Benny Hill. where we're kind of running around the opposite sides, but it allows me a takedown because he's looking the wrong way. No, it doesn't. I'm lying. He's trying to get into the mounted gun and I shoot his knees. Sorry. Anyway, having a little look around for a chest that's on the map. But to no avail, and there's still one guy left around here. He's actually up in the... yeah, there. He's been up in the fields, hills, up behind me, so I don't know how he got there or what he was doing. Anyway, I got a lucky kill on him, and then another one there who I completely failed to kill. Don't quite know how. But eventually get him as he's climbing into the mounted gun. And that was pretty miserable right there. I got the grenade launcher. I figure I'll blow those cars up just to prevent anyone jumping into that later and being a thorn in my side. What I then fail to do though is realise that I don't have a vehicle to escape now, which is kind of annoying, but such is life. Anyway, in here there's a little entrance under the stairs to the building to a vault down here. And this is where the chest's going to be. As always, there's, what, 4 guys in here? 4 or 3? Maybe it's just 3 this time. So the sun is shining right in my eyes and I'm struggling to see what's going on. Anyway, grenade, not a grenade, a rock to distract them, sorry. And then a triple takedown, triple chain takedown, 400 experience, and there's that elusive little chest. And then the blood diamonds are close by, obviously they're just going to be on a table somewhere. There we are. Blood diamond. So now escape with a diamond or eliminate everyone. Obviously eliminate everyone. And because I've maxed out my hunting syringe, it's still going. So 2 for the price of 1 almost. It lasts I think a minute 20 now, which is really useful. It just means I have to pick less leaves and go farming at the homestead less frequently. Unlike the previous one, there's not a great opportunity for a handgun takedown here. They're not desperately clustered together and there seems to always be one looking my way. As you'll see here, I edge up over the stairs and whoa, there we go. Being seen. So I figure I'll just go big or go home. Grenade launcher time. Pew! 60 experience. Pew! Multi-kill. And obviously they're kind of annoyed now, but what are they going to do? They're getting grenades in the face from all over. Although, actually, not so much, because those 3, I think, missed entirely. Down a little bit. Come on, you can do it. There we are. Sniper over to the right, and what, 1 guy left in the middle. Get him eventually. There. There's the sniper. He goes down eventually. But a heal is needed. Snipers hurt, especially the Royal Guard snipers. I guess this is what happens if you alert them. They just keep piling in. Why I've still got my sniper rifle up, I do not know. Oh, there's just a bit of panic fire to clean them out, and then there's one guy to the left that perhaps I haven't noticed yet. There we are. And now it's just a question of getting to the extraction point after obviously doing a little bit of looting. Because I've blown up the vehicles at the beginning, foolishly, I have to go there by foot, and it's quite a long one, this one. It takes me almost directly past a radio tower, so I figure I'll climb up that. It's one with quite a nasty jump. And wingsuit some of the way, just because, you know, wingsuit fun. And actually, the time it took me to climb, it probably would have been just as efficient to run. But it takes me straight past Sabal as well, which, if you chose not to kill him, is where he'll be hanging out. He's in the northwest of Utkarsh. But I thought that was quite funny. It's funny, a lot of missions are actually taking me there. Anyway, there's some stuff underwater as well, like a journal and a chest, and a Manny Bell on the side of the river. Manny Wheel. Let's call it a Manny Bell. I don't know why. Shangri-La's probably ruined me. And then here we are.
AJ! So good to see you.
You going somewhere?
It is finished. My work here is done, and now the Lord is calling me elsewhere.
Where to?
South America, I think. Or perhaps Cuba. Huh. There are still many sins for me to atone for. Thank you, AJ. Thank you for showing me that there are still true believers willing to do righteous work. It is a debt that will not be forgotten. I have left you something as a token of my gratitude. Mark 16, verse 15. And he said unto them, go forth into the world and proclaim the gospel to the whole of creation. Go forth now, AJ, and preach your own sermons.
So, Longinus missions. A final penance. Are they worth it? Honestly, probably not. Like, if you're going for completionist, fine, go for it. But this, I mean, this rocket launcher is just a rocket launcher with a scope, which I would say is marginally useful at best. It has a bit of lift first, so it's rubbish against point-blank targets, which is probably a good thing because the splash damage would likely kill you. You'll see here, it'll take a heavy out with one shot, without too much trouble. You know, I mean, it's a decent enough rocket launcher. But it's, as the RPG, it's really, really slow to reload. It's got limited ammo. It tracks super slowly. It'll do, it'll do a helicopter with one shot there. Except it fires a bit low as well. You want to aim a bit high, especially at distance. And it tracks really slowly. You'll see here. So it's really hard to catch up a target. That's with a gamepad. It may be different with a mouse, but there's a final helicopter. So I mean, it'll definitely take stuff down effectively. It's just that I kind of feel like explosive arrows or a grenade launcher that's going to fire faster and carry a lot more ammo are going to be a lot more useful almost every time. The Longinus missions are all very similar. Yeah, and the reward gun, not fantastic. Reward weapon, I should say. Anyway, that's it for now. Let me know what you thought of his rocket launcher and if you got more use from it than I did. His third mission there is on the left, a high price, and on the right, the second Yogi and Reggie mission. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.